Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Greetings, children of the night. We're here to make music. I don't know. We're here to make something.
Cassie says it's 8:01, Dave.
Yeah. You fapping over there?
No, I'm just like, keep that pimp hand strong, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Just callous it up.
Yeah.
Be like Vin Diesel and knock around guys. 500. 500 what, douchebag?
Jerry!
500
Jerry!
What?
You ever see that video? The guy just, I think he's at like a backyard barbecue or a picnic or whatever. They're like, Jerry, why would you? And he just like starts slapping everybody.
Yeah, slapping. Yeah.
Love that video.
That's
like,
a good
on
one.
a daily basis, just slaps the shit out of people. Anyway.
Speaking of slapping shit, welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I'm David.
I'm Charles.
And tonight we are talking paradrama because you guys can't shut up about it either. And
True.
Let's face it, we need to get this stuff out in the open. We need to air it. We need to let it breathe. You know, we want everybody to give their opinions, you know, whether or not, you know, you like these people or not. Yes. Everybody's got an opinion. So opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them. They all stink.
Facts.
And sometimes you just get shit on.
Yeah. That's,
you get your all covered in shit.
Anyway. All covered in shit. I'm still listening, just looking for something currently.
Uh-oh. This can't be good. This can't be good.
It is really good, actually. I'm excited to show this to you. How that works.
He broke it. Did you get a parking ticket? Is that what that was?
No. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. It wasn't this last weekend, though.
Yeah. Speaking of which, before we get into the show, guys, Charles got to go to Kansas City Comic-Con.
Planet Comic-Con, Kansas City. It was a great time. It's not the same. It's two separate things.
They are not supporting the show. I will fudge up their name whenever I want.
Hey, well, I don't care. I love Comic-Con every single year. Anyways, we can't get confused because Kansas City Comic-Con was a separate venue or separate thing. But anyways, yes, I did go to Planet Comic-Con this weekend. Had a blast. I always do. It's always a great time. Wish you were there.
I got to ask you the most important question.
Did I wear deodorant? Yes.
Did you wear your Boogeyman Radio shirt?
Oh, yeah, on the third day.
Good.
I did wear it.
And then on the third day, he created advertisement.
You see. But it was a great time. Had a blast.
Hey, Lori.
The stores definitely look like they're becoming more like just blending together. Some of the vendors and stuff.
The shops.
But, yeah. Some of the shops. But spent a lot more time in Artist Alley this year for sure. It was great. Met our friend. I can't think of his name. I was going to plug him real quick. The guy that you booked for your con.
Oh,
I know. His name's escaping me.
Kevin? Is it Kevin?
Kevin, I think so, yes. He does a lot of that. Yeah, he was awesome. Great time seeing him, talking to him again. He actually asked me if I was the one that lived down in Joplin. I was like, no, that's Dave. Dave lives down by Joplin. That's not me. But, so the highlight of my weekend, the two biggest things I would definitely say, was meeting the creator of The Boys and getting his #1 signed.
Woo!
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is literally one. But yeah, so meeting him and talking to him was great. You know, I sent Dave a great picture with him and I flipping Dave off. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And he was cool with it. He was a little embarrassed because there was other people, and there were other people behind where we were taking the picture. He's like, I was asked to do this. I'm not flipping. I'm like, it's going to be pretty obvious if we're flipping the camera off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was a good picture.
Yes. So I got that authenticated, that signature. And then I also...
Let me see if I can find that picture. I'll post it on here.
Of us flipping? Yeah. Should be in Messenger.
Yeah, I got it right here. Save it.
So I also met somebody else who's very up there in the science fiction world.
Yeah.
A lot of people refer to him as a dick.
Who was it? Who could it possibly be? Was it? Oh, I don't know. Satan?
I don't think this person's Satan.
Oh.
I don't think he is, personally. I don't... Okay, you know how rumors start? Like, people are like, oh, this celebrity's a dick and this celebrity's great. Like, you don't really know. People are people, and we will catch them at their best or worst at any time, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Unlike Michael Jordan, apparently he is actually a dick. But anyways, so I met William freaking Shatner, and I got it signed by William Shatner and authenticated.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was a neat interaction. The first picture I brought up for him to sign, he signed it, and I looked at it, and there was this like weird like paint, like red paint speck on it, and I was like, that wasn't there when I got the picture. Can I get a different one? And his agent was like, yeah, no big deal, whatever. Goes back to the line. I was like, Mr. Shatner, I'm sorry. I know I just saw you and you just saw me and we had a conversation, but the picture that you just signed had a weird like red spot on it. He's like, a weird red spot. Was it the same red color as your beard? I was like, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Bye.
Okay.
We just laughed it off, like, because it was just a continuous, like, it was insanely fast. Insanely fast. And I know, Lori, if I could have sit there and like talked to him for a second, I would have. But there was no time for me to talk. It was just like signature, boom, signature.
And
boom,
it wasn't
signature,
when
boom,
you were wearing your
signature,
Boogeyman
boom.
Radio shirt.
No, because he was only there Friday and Saturday.
You should have wore your Boogeyman Radio shirt on Friday
No,
or whatever day you did.
no, Friday. I can't do it Friday because that was St. Patty's Day, so I had to have a green T-shirt on for that one. Saturday was my Kansas City Comic-Con T-shirt that my friend made for me that I had specifically picked out for Saturday. And then Sunday was Boogeyman Radio.
Still disappointed.
Don't
But
worry.
by the way, while you're taking a drink, here's the picture that I was sent.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was really nice meeting him, and I got that. I asked him too. I was like, "Hey, where do you did the show follow along with the comic books and stuff?" And he's just like, "Well, the show's kind of doing their own thing. Yes, they based off of all my works and stuff like that. But he was okay with what he was saying. It sounded like he was okay with the direction of where the show was going with the characters. So, yeah, he was a really nice guy. Really nice.
Fair enough. Nice.
I would have expected him to be busier because, yeah, it's the boys. But
yeah,
I gotta say though, I think is it James Frakes? I think is his name, and then Brent Spiner. So Spiner is Data from The Next Generation, and then Frakes is, I can't remember, but it's Picard's like right hand man in The Next Generation, and they had bigger lines than Shatner did. I'm wondering because of, well, I think the reason why is because of age, like differences. Maybe. A lot of people my age and above, like I would say about probably 35, 40 years old, they watched the Picard stuff. Jonathan Frakes, thank you. A lot of the older people, 50, 60, whatever, they watched Captain Kirk and all of his Star Trek stuff. So I'm not surprised that the age gap there changed. Plus, I'm sure that rumor out there of him just being a dick is not good for his reputation.
Probably not.
But I did it for a friend, and I'm going to give it to my friend. I hope he's excited.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, how was your week?
My week so far. My weekend was great. Spent time with my daughter. Worked Monday. I was off yesterday, and I also found a nice little purchase.
Nice. Yeah, you were telling me about this. What's so special about this camera, Dave?
It is a SX 530 HS. This camera costs anywhere from $350 to $400. I bought it for $8.
What?
$8 freaking dollars. I bought this camera.
You find it at a pawn shop?
Close. Goodwill.
Hey, good enough. Let me guess, you are Goodwill?
Whoop.
I didn't say nothing.
The only thing was the battery didn't work, so I got to order a new battery.
Oh, that makes sense.
just to test it out and everything. But I might turn it into my streaming camera.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a capture card. I can run the HDMI out of it. And yeah, not that it's going to really affect this stream because StreamYard only does 720. But, you know.
Well, you know.
You know. If you know, you know. You know.
But hey, I'm just happy you found it.
Yes. Also, guys, so before we really cut into tonight's storylines, based off of tonight's storylines, I was trying to get us a guest on to talk about some things, Mr. Dakota Layden. But I did get a tidbit of news or information out of him that I'm going to break right here. I told him, I was like, well, I'm still going to promote your Kickstarter, motherfucker. Mofo is what I told him.
Yeah, whatever. He knows what that means.
He's like, thank you. I'm like, oops. But I'm gonna divulge some information. I'm just gonna break right here. You guys are gonna be the first to know about this in regards to his new project. Intriguing, isn't it?
I'm very intrigued.
So yeah, outside of my work week, like I'm just gonna be prepared for this upcoming week or this week currently, because I am pulling 60 hours today or this week.
Woo!
Not today. That's a long day. This week I'm pulling 60 hours, and that's gonna be. We're gonna pray that I don't kick everybody out of the store or something, because I can't fire them yet.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But here we are. All right, so let's get into this, shall we?
Yes.
The first thing we want to talk about, we have Sugar
Cassie
Daddy.
says, yeah.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about, obviously, was this show cancellation thing that just blew up over this last
ravishing,
week.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Working on getting them to do their first broadcast from Ashmore, just like they did. They've already listed their first place where they're going to go, Wildwood Sanitarium. So yeah. So with all these cancellations and stuff, like just it exploded. The news came out, that Destination Fear and Kindred Spirits and Ghost Hunter, all the paranormal shows out there were getting canceled, especially the ones that are on like Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. And everybody freaked out about this. At the time, like Destination Fear, they were still in limbo. Even like they hadn't heard anything at this point. But all this news had broken. Cancellations out the yin yang. I don't know if, obviously, let's start with, I'm going to state an obvious fact. There were a lot of shows that were mentioned as getting canceled that were already canceled. Like they weren't making more episodes of Ghost Brothers. I don't think they were making more episodes of Most Haunted or whatever. I know Kindred Spirits had just released some new stuff. I don't know if Dead Files did. I don't even know if Dead Files got canceled or not. But like a lot of those shows were already canceled. They were done and over with. They were just streaming on Discovery Plus. Kindred Spirits, I believe, did get canceled. And Destination Fear did get canceled. Don't think Ghost Hunters did. But with that being said, there's a certain person that a lot of the blame is being put on, which I don't think, and this is going to be like a unpopular opinion, but I don't believe he had as much to do with it as everybody thinks. Yeah. Because Time Warner bought Discovery.
There was a change. Okay,
There was
it's changing government, if you will.
So when a
Business.
change like that happens, they will go through the roster of shows,
Yes.
and they will cherry pick certain shows to not be featured.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And Time Warner, I don't believe is really ever had anything to do with like the paranormal in any sense. I know Warner Brothers has, and I don't know if Time Warner is like, or if Warner Brothers is like a parent company to Time Warner, or if they're separate entities or whatever. Because Warner Brothers has done like the Conjuring films and stuff like that. You know, there's a universe that they build. They always do that. Warner Brothers is great at building universes. I can see them doing that with TV shows. But if Time Warner is a separate entity, then I can see them cleaning house because of that. Now, that being said, and of course, that being said, I feel like he is Travel Channel's cash cow.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
And it's not just Ghost Adventures. It's the other productions he does. Like he'll put out a little documentary, a little series here and there. I heard that he was going to be releasing some more of that cutting room, Ghost Adventures cutting room thing, where they sit there and watch their own show and make comments. It's like whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
You know? It's like they didn't go out and film anything new, so they had to go do that.
Yep.
So, I don't know. What do you think? How do you feel about the show cancellation thing? Like, do you have any thoughts about that?
Well, for me, on the one hand, it doesn't really affect me.
Well, I thought you knocked everything off your.
I thought I did too, but that's all right.
Slime.
Ew. For me, it doesn't really matter because I don't really watch a lot of paranormal shows, at least on TV, paranormal shows. So, like, it sucks for those people that put in all that hard work and time and all that kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Clearly, if they have visions and where they want to go with things, cool. If you have definitive proof that your show is doing well in the ratings or what have you in the network, yeah, maybe give them a chance. But if the show is faltering and it is losing traction, maybe it's time to cut ways. That's just business, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And now I don't really know exactly the ratings of Dakota's show or Paranormal Lockdown or a bunch of other these shows. Right. But I would just follow with that as if your ratings sucked, chances are you're not going to have a show. If your ratings are good, all right, cool. But if there is actual foul play, as so to speak, behind the scenes, keeping people
alleged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
what up, Clay?
If there is actual stuff, hey Clay, then I would just then that's shame on you for doing that kind of stuff to those other people,
right?
But for me, it's just business.
I do feel that way about a lot of it, but I don't. Like I said, I don't think the entire thing is on him.
Yeah,
that's a particular person, but
yeah,
I'm not saying he didn't have anything to do with some of it.
Until we see the physical proof of, like, in writing or audio, video, what have you, it's all speculation.
Now, obviously on Discovery Plus, the shows haven't been removed yet, and I don't know what they're planning on doing with these shows, but as of right now, they have not removed anything. So
maybe they're just putting it on the back burner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even though it's canceled now, maybe it'll get picked up later in the future.
Or, they've got a contract where they're going to stream it for X amount of time. That could be part of the legalities of it, why they haven't pulled it. And, if they're going to cancel the shows, they're going to get rid of, then likelihood is they would get rid of them. That's what I would think. Yes. If you're going to cancel my show, take it off your streaming platform.
Absolutely. So I can do free reign with it that I want.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. If that network paid for that season or what have you,
they have ownership.
Technically their season. Yeah.
Yeah. they'll have ownership or the production company will have ownership. Unless you are in full control of everything, which working with a network, you're not going to be. You're not. You just aren't.
Right.
Unless you're a particular person.
Yeah, for me, it's not really a big, oh my God, these shows are getting canceled. Ah.
Yeah, I'm not either, but in a way, it's a good thing though.
Yes.
And I'll talk about that.
Well, okay, then I won't say what I was going to say.
Well, I was going to go ahead and start talking about Project Fear.
Go for it.
Okay. So the second thing on our docket, because of the cancellations, a lot of you already know Dakota and the crew, they are not stopping. They're going to do their own thing. They've put together Project Fear, and I'm just going to run half of this video because the first half is them talking about the show cancellation. So the second half is about Project Fear and their Kickstarter campaign that is currently going. Right now, I believe, let me see what the...
About how long is this video?
3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Are we watching the whole thing?
No.
Okay.
Just the second half of it.
A minute and 30?
No. The full length video is like 7 minutes. We're just watching half of that.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said the full video was 3 minutes, not 7.
No.
Okay, so what we're watching is about 3 minutes worth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back and listen.
Okay. So right now, if you go to their Kickstarter, they are up to $269,000. They still have 19 days to go, but if you go through their Kickstarter, just see what they're offering. They actually were only starting at $65,000 to try to get it going. And then it blew up. Like in 24 hours, it blew up considerably. It's actually kind of unheard of when you think about crowdfunding, because I've done crowdfunding for paranormal stuff. It's not easy, but they do have something that I don't have, and that's national TV recognition. Actually, world recognition, considering the streaming platforms. But yeah, their Kickstarter blew up, and I'm going to play the video for you guys. So if you haven't seen it and what Project Fear is, you're going to learn today. Let's see, guys. I'm just going to skip ahead here so you guys see what it's all about.
We are making it our mission to create an all-new but very familiar show.
We have Dakota, who not only created the show, he was the visionary for this show, but he also is the editor.
I even created the intro score, the actual visuals for the intro. I shot it in a hotel room while we were on the road.
Down to the production side. We purchased all of the equipment used to create this show.
The lights, the cameras.
We currently own all of that.
This has truly been an in-house production that will not change. We are basically picking up where we left off.
We have all of the equipment, all of the skills needed to take what you've seen on TV and bring it to YouTube.
We are coming to YouTube.
So yes, the TV series may have ended, but our next destination is here. Project Fear. An all-new psychological experiment.
Project Fear is everything you are used to, but with no limitations.
We will be able to give you the show that we've always wanted to create. I'm talking longer overnights. No time restraint on how long the episodes have to be.
We will be able to bring on special guests.
We could even bring you guys on our show.
So for this Kickstarter, our goal is to raise $65,000. With that money, we will be giving you 2 brand new haunted road trips.
We can give you 2 entire road trips for a fraction of the cost that it was to produce 1 episode of Destination Fear.
Our first road trip is set to take us back to some of the scariest locations we've ever been in an 8-part series called Return to Terror.
Places like Sweet Springs Sanatorium.
And our second road trip will be revolving around brand new locations.
We can literally bring you the fear all year round.
It's a lot of editing.
With this Kickstarter is to create a self-sustaining show.
If you can, only if you can, we ask that you contribute to our campaign.
For those of you who want to contribute, there are some incredible prizes and rewards for you.
If we can raise more money than the $65,000, that just means more road trips, more episodes, more fear.
Whether
That's
you can contribute
huge.
or not, you can still support us by sharing this Kickstarter.
Spread this out to as many people as you possibly can.
Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram.
You never know who might possibly see it and who might be willing to help out.
Just share it, please.
So thank you guys for watching this.
We can't wait to get on the road again.
This is not a time to get angry or upset. This is a time to be excited.
Welcome to the Fear Fam.
I'm gonna post a link for their Kickstarter.
Dang, dude. So, let's just say shits and giggles here. 4 times 65,000 times 4 is only 260,000. They raised how much?
260,000.
That's 4 road trips right there, my guy. Boom! I doubt they're going to do that. But
That's well, they said at 65,000 they were going to do 2 road trips.
oh yeah, see there you go. So each, damn,
Yeah.
8 road trips. So here, let me just. I'm going to throw this out there.
I don't know. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
With
Throw it
this
up.
funding, right? Is this going to be? Could this be the show that proves ultimately you don't need networks?
Well, let me start off by saying this. In January, during our prediction show, I predicted a new form of content.
You did.
There's going to be. I said there was going to be a change in the paranormal reality game, and we're starting to see it happen.
Okay.
The streaming.
Yes and no. But I will say why. Sorry.
The streaming. The paranormal shows have always been on YouTube. There's a ton of them on YouTube.
Yeah, always.
But there's no. Well, recently, there's been big names joining YouTube with a paranormal show.
There it is.
And now that that's happened, you're going to see a lot more people coming to YouTube.
Same thing, yeah.
And streaming. And
so, yeah.
There's going to be a problem with that, though.
Okay.
Number 1, oversaturation.
Yeah.
Number 2, they're going to find out. A lot of these people are going to find out quick that YouTube, if you don't have a big audience already,
yeah,
YouTube is going to take you some time to build.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people are not equipped to do that. And Nick Groff does have a YouTube channel coming up.
I was going to say, yeah,
the Groff Adventures. Also,
he's partnering with other YouTube streamers too, right?
Yeah, Deathwalker is also part of another YouTube stream channel.
I mean, but let's real quick though before we continue. YouTube leadership just changed less than a month ago. The head of YouTube left.
Yeah.
Which means there could be some policy changes coming. And that
very well
could
be.
benefit content creators even more.
Could. It
So
could
we don't know.
also. It could also do. They could also do something to hinder the smaller channels.
True.
Unfortunately,
But-
because like they made it harder to even get monetized. Like it used to be,
Literally.
you had to have 1,000 subscribers and that was it. Now you have to have 1,000 subscribers plus so many watch time hours
And people
before
to
you-
chat and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, before you get subbed or monetized.
Monetized. Yeah.
So,
That's why people do super chats.
Yeah.
When they get a big enough crowd. Super chats the way to go when you have a big enough following.
exactly. So, like with Destination, I keep wanting to call them Destination Fear. With Project Fear, they've already got that audience. They built that audience up on Travel Channel.
Yes,
Now that
oh, yeah.
audience is going to come to YouTube, follow them, and then during their premieres that they're doing, Super Chat, I will guarantee you, Super Chat will be enabled. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even
they'll
every
make
single
money off
one.
that premiere. They'll make money
Yep.
off the watches
Yep.
later.
The watch,
And-
the likes, everything.
Yeah. And
Subscribers.
they're
It's
doing they're doing
They're
it right.
doing the yes. I was about to say they're doing it the smart way to leave TV to get booted by a corporation.
Yeah.
You are doing it the absolute best way to do it. Like
100%.
especially since they already have a huge following, and their shows are good. Like I actually
Their
enjoy.
editing is really good.
Yes, I enjoy their shows quite a bit. Like, man, I remember the first time.
I know you were binge watching that last season here. not
Yeah,
that
like
long ago.
it was great, and I gotta. If I ever meet Dakota, I gotta tell him like I still remember that time. Like I remember kind of how he got his start, like
Yeah.
how he started with the whole music video thing. Oh man,
Making fun of Zach.
yeah, it was great. I was just like, how did you guys get how did you know that that's what you guys were gonna do? Like, where did you hey, let's
There
just
was a
imitate
contest.
them.
Yeah, there was a contest that Ghost Adventures had about like people impersonating Zach, and the winner got to join them on Ghost
No,
Adventures.
it wasn't even that. It was they gave you a music or a song, and it was Into the Unknown, I think is what the song was. And if you could create a music video with clips from Ghost Adventures or your own created clips,
Yeah, it was something like that.
and then the winner of that, which was Dakota and his dad,
Yeah,
they dressed up Dakota and his friends as Zach, Aaron, and Nick,
yeah,
investigating while singing the song in like different situations, and it was actually a really funny, like well done thing.
yeah.
So they did a great job, and of course they deserved to win that, and that's why he went on to Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, he went on for that one episode, and then
Yep. Then his career just from there.
yeah, he
But,
got into videography and stuff for a
yeah.
while before even joining Ghost Adventures as a videographer.
Yeah. So I've always wondered, like, was that your idea? Was that your dad's idea? Whose idea?
I would guess Dakota's because they've got some videos. I don't know if it's even on their YouTube channel or not. I've got it somewhere. I shared it on Twitter. It was the gay hitman one. I think I shared it with you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I mean, like they filmed a lot of stuff
So
together.
it's just already in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. But no, I'm psyched for them. I
am too, legitimately.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people I wouldn't necessarily be psyched for, but these guys have such great energy. They're so friendly.
Yeah.
Things
And
like that.
I've never
go a long
once when I'm watching them investigate, I've never been like, well, that could be faked, or well, not necessarily that could be faked, but when I watch YouTube paranormal shows and I watch their show, they're not doing the super cut, quick sensationalism all the time. There's slow bits, and there's the bits where paranormal things actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
And the paranormal things that actually happened were very, very interesting. The walkie-talkie one still gets me, where he was talking on the walkie and he didn't even have the dang thing. Or call, it was his phone. That's
The
what
phone
it was.
call. Yeah.
The phone call. That blew my mind. But anyways.
Now, I will say one, because I got to look on both sides of this. I got to say this. The one negative thing I saw out of this Kickstarter is something that people don't realize. And it's not a big deal, it just irks me a little bit because I want transparency. Being a filmmaker, being a filmmaker myself, like I know that if I'm going to film something and do stuff like that, I still got to pay my bills, right? The fact that they own all their equipment, the fact that they're doing all the editing, there's no money being spent there. The money that's being spent is just travel, right?
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
They said that they weren't, like, none of the money was going to go to them, but I do not believe that.
Yeah.
Because they are going to have to pay bills. They are going to have to take care of stuff at home while they're traveling.
Did they actually say the money wasn't going to them? Did they say that in the video?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed it.
Like, they are still going to have to pay bills and all that. They have to take care of themselves too.
Right.
But they never say that. And that bugs me a little bit because I want that transparency. It's not a big deal. You know, if you've done filmmaking or if you've done any crowdfunding for anything like a big project,
yes,
you already know. So that was just something I'm open and honest about it. Like, so I have been hinting about a project for weeks now.
Yes.
Maybe a month almost. And I think last week I was telling you, I think I'm going to run, or I had been thinking about running either a Kickstarter or Indiegogo. But
yes.
And I said this, paranormal stuff does not get funding.
Well, paranormal stuff doesn't get funding unless you have a huge following already.
Well, Lori, she says, plus the fees to investigate those places they're going are not cheap. Well, here's the funny thing. When you have an audience, if you have the fame, those places open their doors.
Just let you in. If you already have a huge following of people, they know that people watching that show is going to influence, it's going to influence people somehow to get there. Why do you think, like, Waverly, St. James, or St. Augustine Lighthouse, Missouri State Pen, a lot of the big places, when they have they have shows on networks, the networks have to take care of, like, the insurance deposit, I'm sure, but the places are more than welcome to let those places in because of the traffic that's going to come in that place because of these shows.
And I think you've seen it firsthand. You know the places I get into. Yeah. I never pay.
Yeah.
Because I have people that will follow me on social media. And if I make a video for haunting history or, whatever, people are going to see it. Yes. Missouri State Penitentiary did not pay for. I never had to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't think, I can't even remember the last time I actually had to pay to go into a location. Honestly.
If I'm going to do if I don't really know the people that well and then there's paranormal events going on. If it seems interesting to me, I'll pay for it. Like the little, pay $40-$50 and investigate with us for how, whatever.
There's a difference between paying for a location and donating to a location.
Yes.
Donating is definitely a great thing to do, but sometimes if you can't donate, but you still want to investigate, you can go to a place that you don't have to pay.
Yes.
And with Dakota and them, I can guarantee you they are not paying for locations. They might be paying for insurance. That's it.
Don't you get that insurance back, that policy?
Yeah.
If nothing happened, you get that down. It's
almost like a deposit.
Yeah, deposit. Thank you. Not down payment. Jesus. Yeah, it's. I think they'll have no issues, and I hope the way that video was shot was done very well. Their trailer was done very well.
Absolutely.
Not trailer, their whatever. If the show it brings that much enthusiasm with the actors, whatever, you can tell that the people are actually interested and they want to keep going.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm actually excited that it frees us up from corporation bonds. I'm actually really excited for that.
This is opening up so many doors. Big congrats to them for getting that amount. That's
huge.
Freaking unheard of.
Yeah.
For paranormal content, that is unheard of. Now, like I said about them opening doors, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be going this crowdfunding route now that these shows are being canceled.
Yes.
If they're going to be taken off of Discovery Plus, and if they're going to be taken off all these other streaming services that are owned by this Time Warner or whoever,
Yeah.
then they're going to start wanting to produce their own content without having that overhead, that person lurking over their shoulder. And like I said, I was actually thinking about doing this. Just so happens they dropped it before I could.
Well, it's not just before you could too. It's just, I don't know. Yeah.
So it's not like I would have made a whole bunch.
You saw the trend coming and you missed it.
It's not over yet because other people now are starting to jump on board. I saw this tweet from Dave Schrader. Well, who's willing to put their money where their mouth is? You want Cindy Kaza, Shane Pittman, and Dave Schrader back for a new series? Who is willing to donate to a crowdsource fund like Dakota and the Project Fear kids created?
Why does he have to call them kids? Anyways, do you think he's jabbing at them there a little bit?
I don't think he's jabbing. Well, okay. I think here's what I think. I think there's a little bit of jealousy mixed with some annoyance.
Okay. Of course, to me, though, the way Dave Schrader investigates, the way Dakota and his crew investigate is completely different.
Exactly.
Completely different.
Dave Schrader is doing his own thing. You know, he's got his paranormal radio show. He's had a couple shows on Travel Channel, which, you know, I think they're part of the cut.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, too, recession. That could be a big reason why the shows are getting cut, too. They're cutting back on money. Like, they're cutting back on money spending. But, no, I definitely agree that, I'm trying to think here. The change is happening, and I'm glad to finally see some sort of change, whether it be, like, when it comes to supernatural entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm glad a change is happening, and it's getting away from the TV scripted bull larky. Right. Yeah. Obviously, not all the shows. I'm not saying the shows are 100% scripted. I'm just saying these people get to do whatever they want.
Have creative control.
They do this on YouTube, right? I don't think I don't know if they're signing a deal with YouTube where they can't put their content elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? No, they're not. Exactly. So they're 100% controlling all of their stuff.
Yeah, it's non-exclusive stuff. I also think there's like a lot of inspiration coming out of this because like with Dave Schrader, you know, you see the success that Kickstarter had.
Yes.
There's a lot of investigators who wanted to do their shows or whatever, but haven't had that kind of success raising funds for it or didn't think they could. And now that Dakota's had it, other people are going to be like, well, shit, I got to try this now. Maybe I can get my stuff out there on a platform and, you know, but for me, I'm going to go a different route. Like if I do the crowdfunding, that's one thing, but like, as far as putting it where I'm putting it, I'm going to go a different route than YouTube because YouTube's going to be oversaturated.
Oh, vastly.
Because, I mean, Nick Roth and Dakota are going to be the guys on YouTube now.
Yeah. So where would you go?
So I've got a distributor who will distribute my show if it got made. To different streaming services like Apple TV, Roku, stuff like that. I still have to pay the distributor a percentage, but I get an actual majority of the percentage. And depending on each streaming service, they'll offer a contract where it could be an exclusive rights or it could be a non-exclusive rights. Just depends. But and for X amount of years or whatever. So that's the route I'm gonna go.
Can I tell you the next big one to watch out for?
Which one?
Twitter. Being dead serious.
Yeah, they're allowing.
I really believe once they batten down the hatches on a lot of stuff or several stuff, I think Elon Musk is going to open it up to like video streaming content, live streaming content, because I think there was something that tweeted out. I think Mr. Beast said something on Twitter, and Elon Musk replied to him, and it had to do with that kind of stuff. And Elon Musk was like, "Well, come on over to Twitter. We'd love to have you." Because
who wouldn't want to have?
Who wouldn't love to have Mr. Beast? It's freaking Mr. Beast.
I have seen this I've seen an interview he did. We'll talk about it on the After Dark because it involves him going to an exclusive party. Yeah, we'll talk about it on the After Dark. He came out and talked about it.
Secret societal exclusive party.
You just have to join the After Dark to find out.
All right, cool. I'll be there. Which there's been some other celebrities talking about secret society stuff too. Anyway, I'm so happy we're seeing a shift.
Yes.
But the more that things are shifting, the more that the entertainment industry is just putting out the symbols, just putting out the shit.
Yeah, it's like why?
Just look at Sam Smith's performance. Sam Smith's performance of Unholy. Pretty obvious. Anyways,
okay, so
there was something else I was going to say, but we need to get. Yeah, we're almost.
We need to roll on to the
keep on going.
Next topic here, because of all these cancellations, again, more drama, more gossip started spreading.
Yeah,
and this time Nick Groff got involved, because he had association at one point with said person who everybody believed is at the root of all this. And when I put my paper, there we go. So I don't know if we want to watch the video and then talk about it, or because it's gonna be like 7 minutes long here.
Yeah, I was just gonna break down each question, but we don't have to do that now since we're so far along.
Yeah,
you can hit the main ones if you want. Like,
so if you guys, I'll share the link for Nick's
do the link.
Twitter.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check it out, you can check it out. Do it after
if you guys didn't know, Nick Groff came out and voiced his opinion about
answer some questions.
He answered some questions. That's what it was about things that have been wondered for, over 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Like over a while now.
Yeah.
So if you want to know the major details about him and a certain you know who, you can go and get Nick's side of things. You can go you can go figure it out. But the one that I want to lead with is someone behind the scenes, aka ZB, behind the scenes, possibly destroying Nick's career.
Nick believes so.
Nick definitely believes so.
Now, I will say this for those who haven't seen the video. He will not say Zach's name in the video.
No,
he just refers to him as this host, this show host.
Yes, former host, this person, whatever.
So let me touch on some of these points here, and we'll just kind of
skim through. Yeah.
All right. So one of the things that I found interesting that he said in the video was he said that he was not fired. He was told that he didn't need to show up for an investigation. And then it was another investigation and then another investigation. But he said he wasn't fired. Let me speak on this from a managerial position. Sometimes when there's employees that you're not supposed to fire, you cut back their hours.
Yes.
You force them to quit.
Make them quit.
Yeah. And
hey, if you don't like a chick, just reduce back all the time you want to spend with her. I mean, what?
Yeah. That's as good as firing.
First order. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's forced firing is what it is.
So now another thing that kind of goes with that is he never says in the video what actually caused the rift between him and Zach.
I thought
he never says what did. He says what didn't.
Oh, right. The whole cheating thing. And
yeah, he said that cheating thing never happened.
Yep.
He tells you that certain things didn't happen, but he never tells you what it was that caused the rift. Right. So that, I'm guessing, will never come out because
probably not.
Could that be something on that errors on Nick's side? Not like a good way, but it could be his fault.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
took it a little too far. Maybe called him out and things were said. And yeah.
Could have been a build up, and friends fight. Sure they were
Shit
friends
happens.
at one point.
Oh, yeah. You would think they were, but ego has a way to take over.
Yeah.
What's the next one you got?
Well, like I said, he couldn't say Zach's name, probably because of legal issues. Zach also said that he was disgusted at Nick using Ghost Adventures on his resume or whatever. And
he partially created the damn show.
Exactly. He's a co-creator, and I bet he's still making money for the episodes he was in.
People want to, and it's so stupid. People want to, well, get over it. Get over it. He's like, that was literally my life.
Yeah.
How can I just get over it? Something that affects me every freaking day.
Affects it whether or not his kids eat. Because if like I said, he's probably getting paid from those episodes still getting royalties. That money goes to family to feed his kids and stuff.
Like anybody that thinks he should just get over it is an idiot. And
if he wasn't a co-creator, then he likely could not use Ghost Adventures name for anything.
Yeah, at all. Like legally, he could not be able to.
Zach would probably be a dick about it. Like, let's go
taking your ass to court. Yeah, Ghost Adventures is mine.
Yeah,
it's all mine. I got to have it. Sorry, I can't help it.
House of mine.
It's all mine.
I'm the king and expert of the paranormal.
Literally, like he is the father of the paranormal now.
Dude.
Jesus.
When he called himself an expert on
Demon,
I about shit a brick laughing.
Well, yeah, because
I'm the leading expert. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. How are you the leading expert? Because you were on TV?
We'll just, wink on that.
Okay.
We'll make you feel better. Anyways.
I know how to create demonic activity. We've done it before.
Yeah, right.
Well,
and Nick did comment on him. I will say, for all those who are wondering, and I know I said something to this earlier, but Nick did confirm, along with Dakota, that he is not a nice person.
Yes. Yeah, even Dakota admitted this. Dakota's told him things that Zach has said about Nick and, about Zach blackballing Nick or having Nick blackballed.
Which is why Groff is actually speaking out, because there's proof to it now. It's not just hearsay. Yeah. There's actual physical evidence of it.
Now, why do you think Zach would even why would he do that?
Care? Why would he do what? Treat people like shit?
To blackball Nick like that. Obviously, we don't know what caused the rift.
Right.
What do you think
his ego? What,
you think he's just built up this I'm a rock star mentality and I can do what I want?
Lori said it, paranormal dictator.
He's a continuing inspiration.
That's great. I would just say, he wants to be the paranormal investigator, the paranormal researcher, the demon. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, I don't think he had all the shows canceled. Is he blackballing Nick? Probably so.
Yeah.
Did that affect all these other shows like Portals to Hell and whatnot? I don't think so.
I think it makes more sense that the whole recession thing is happening where companies are losing money, so they have to cut back on TV shows that they can actually afford to fund. So, like I said, if you're on that lower bracket and you're not as interesting as you used to be, they're probably going to cut you.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot to be seen yet with these streaming services. If you see the videos start dropping from the streaming services, then there was something being done about the paranormal stuff.
I think Amazon Prime should, they've already got a plethora of paranormal stuff on there.
Yeah.
Why not make a dang TV show? Why not make, I don't know, fund a movie? Netflix did with 28 Days Later. 20 Days Haunted. I said it. I correct myself.
Yeah.
20 Days Haunted.
Telling Aaron.
I'm sure he'd laugh.
He'd
be there, he'd be like, it's 28 Days Haunted, Charlie.
I'm going to have him do a video response to you.
Those people are called Native Americans, John. I freaking love that video, dude. It's still one of my favorites. All right, so where were we right there? We were there. Oh, yeah, someone's ego. I do think that it could have been recession that got a lot of these shows canceled, and it just happened to be all at once, which is scary. Like, oh, my God, what's happening? But also, as we know, paranormal shows really don't take off until around September, like the vibe, you know, the watch times for shows that have been
when
reported.
the new shows come out, they roll them out in the fall.
Yes. So right now is the off season. People want different kinds of shows. They want different kinds of programming. So they're shifting directions, I think, too, to fund towards different things.
And this is what I'm leaning with, like with the, if it is a recession, you'll see these shows still on the streaming services because they're not paying to have them produced.
Exactly.
But they are getting paid to stream them.
Yes.
If they were completely getting rid of the shows, you'll see them disappear from that.
Yeah.
Discovery Plus.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if there's no other TV paranormal shows being developed by Discovery, except for Ghost Adventures, then I think we all will have a good idea about something that Nick said about going to Discovery and giving them an ultimatum.
Yes, me or him.
Yeah.
But maybe Discovery wants to kind of get away from paranormal stuff too. Maybe they want to branch off to different things. You know what I mean? Because now I feel like Discovery is the place to stream paranormal stuff. It is, to me, the biggest catalog, biggest show diversity. Like, it's the place to go.
Yep.
So maybe they're like, well, let's kind of get people focused on different stuff. Like, let's go. Yeah.
And then the last thing I want to bring up here.
True, Cassie. That's a good point.
The one thing that you pointed out when we were watching it earlier, when he said he hopes to be bringing you some great and real content.
Real paranormal content.
Yeah. And he emphasized real.
Oh, very heavily.
And you said, do you think he was taking a jab at Zach?
I think so. I think so too.
Even the new show that Groff is doing,
I would literally pay like $50 to $100 to see Zach's like first reaction to the video, because you know he watched it. You know he fucking watched it.
F him, F that.
You're like, oh my God! Like,
That's bull. That's bull.
So, do you think we'll see a response from Zach here soon?
No.
No. I
don't think you'll ever see a response from Zach.
Okay.
There might be a tweet, but you're not.
That's what I was thinking.
You're not going to see a video. You're not going to see anything like that. He's not going to explain. He's going to feel his ego is not going to allow him to have to explain himself.
Yeah.
Because no, I've got the #1 paranormal show on Discovery. You got the only paranormal show on Discovery, you dick. But yeah, it was a complete jab at them. I think it was a underhand way of saying, they fake stuff, which I'll talk about it on the After Dark. I got some juicy stuff for you guys on the After Dark. Let me write it down so I don't forget it. What was the other thing I was going to talk about in After Dark? I don't remember.
Oh, we'll find out.
Guys, we're not talking about this.
There'll be more stuff that comes out, I'm sure.
We're gonna get more verbal. We're gonna talk about this a little deeper.
We're gonna be face front in the reality stuff of paranormal shows.
Yeah, right there. See that? Patreon.com/Boogeyman Radio. Go there, join us.
Bringing you the latest in news of paranormal entertainment.
You need a fake microphone with a little box on it, like.
Just a green screen. Here I am live reporting.
It is very windy. You're just like ruffling it in your beard. It's very windy out here, and I'm on camera.
Oh,
I was on camera.
Nobody said I was live. What the hell?
The wind died down.
No.
We've been canceled. Zach did it again.
God dang it.
All right, guys. Let us know what you thought about this show, and let me know if you think Zach had all the shows canceled, or if it was just, what he did to Nick. Also, let us know if you're looking forward to Project Fear, and if you think that there's going to be this new evolution in paranormal streaming. I say yes. I've been tooting this horn for months now, and I'm glad to see that it's starting to come through, starting to come to fruition. Mentally, I was ahead of the game, but like physically, I'm behind. I'm like a fat kid with confidence in a race.
He's behind.
He's behind. Ooh, silly goose. But that's going to do it for us right here on Boogeyman Radio. Join us on the After Dark at 9:15 for more. And I do have more, by the way.
Damn,
Another paranormal thing that's on my docket.
Oh, beautiful.
We just didn't have time. Yeah.
Well,
So we'll see you guys there.
Bye.